Whoop whoop.
Good
Good morning.
morning.
How was
It's
it last night?
Friday.
Good morning, Vietnam. No.
You know what? We're gonna have to come up with our little tag,
Yeah.
like because for like go find your happy. My store, my group. I go. It's time to get your happy on. So Carlos, that's our homework for you and I, as we've got to have our little fun opening that
Cool.
everybody can join and say the
Yeah.
same thing.
So it's Friday, or I
Happy.
don't know if you're watching this on Monday or Saturday or Thursday, but we are glad that you're here with us today. And I love the topic for today. I am weird, and so are you.
Did you know my word is quirky? When somebody
Quirky?
asks me to like describe myself, I'm like, I think the word is quirky because I feel weird, but I like the word quirky. I don't know. But that's okay. I think it's good to be weird. When we were kids, we didn't want to be weird, right? Because everybody picked on us. But we now know that that's the secret of the superpower within us that
Yep.
God wants us to have is to be unique and to use our weirdness for the good.
So, as you are connecting, my friends, let us know where you're watching from. Let us know that you're listening to us. And it's interesting because Friday, a lot of times, it's when people, if you travel a lot, you come back home, so you're chilling. It could be the day where you have worked very hard your whole week, but it's also an inspiring day for Saturday to start the weekend and some things that you may do for whatever it's your profession. An example, you can have Friday and say, this weekend I'm gonna be doing this with the family, but I have 2 extra hours that I can use. And that's why the topic is that I am weird, so are you. Because sometimes when we start doing things, we need to start looking at it in a different way. And uh, one of the books that I was always intrigued to read and that I was hearing some of my mentors talk about, and for the longest, I'm like, is this guy, The Art of War. And I want to share with you a little piece of it, and you're gonna see why. And on the first chapter, this edition, I love it not only because of the way it looks, but it have all the Chinese writing on it,
Wow. That's
then
cool.
the English translation. So it's really cool. But it says the first chapter is planning, and it talks about the understanding the nature of war is of vital importance to the state. War is a place where life and death meet. It is the road to destruction or survival. It demands study. War has 5 decisive factors, which you must take into account in your planning. You must fully understand their relevance. First is the moral compass, second is heaven, third is earth, fourth is commander, and fifth is regulation. I am not gonna call myself an expert on this. I'm coming to this with you as a student because I am learning for my business for whoever I work with. But one of the things that I've always have learned is that if I don't plan, I'm gonna lose. And as we're talking about how we connect with others, I need to plan what is my weirdness so I plan how to use it. And that's something that a lot of times we don't think about. And Trish, help me on here. I could be weird, but then that's what people on the other side may say, hey, he's like me, correct?
Yes. Actually, I had a call yesterday
Mm-hmm.
that I haven't even had a chance to tell you about, and it was supernatural awesome. Okay. Talk about how using the connection with digital marketing and sharing your voice, right? Some I get a message and it was like, if you've got 15 minutes, I want to chat with you. It was a woman that I met 10 years ago, the Keller Williams International Convention. She was at that in that season of her life, highly sought out motivational speaker, and also in ministry work too,
Mhm.
but did mostly secular business motivational stuff, right? I had not talked to her, Carlos, physically, like voice to voice, in 10 years. And that time we had only met for like an hour, but we had stayed connected through Facebook. She shared with me, she says, okay, whatever you're doing, I want to be a part of it. She's like, I see your post and I just I love that you're doing all the things that I want to do at this level in my life. You know, she goes, my kids are grown and everything. I stepped away from my motivational speaking for a while, and she's like, but now I'm gonna be 50 this year, and I'm gonna be 50 this year. I'm owning my age. I love it because I'm in a happy place. And she's like, I want to step into it, but whatever you're doing, I want to be a part of it. And I was like, well, what post compelled you? So I went to coaching first and said, what postings have compelled you that says, you know, I've got to reach out to Trisha? She said, well, number one is was been praying all day about wow, because you inspired me in these postings. And I felt like the Lord told me, pull over on Interstate 40 and call Trisha right now. Like literally, that's how the call started, Carlos. It was just crazy good. But I say that because I have been stepping more and more into what I thought needed to be separated. I thought, wow, I'll keynote for $8,000 on interfusion marketing and only teach people on publishing and digital marketing strategies, right? And
Yeah.
then I need to keep my art and my creative stuff separate. But what I've stepped into is embracing what I thought it was me in between these two things saying, well, that's weird. How can people aren't going to take you seriously teaching marketing if you teach paint parties? And if you teach paint parties all the time and all that, go ahead. But, you know, you know, that has nothing to do with teaching marketing, right? It was my own limiting belief. And I think that's the war inside of our brain,
Yeah.
right? So we have to be you know, if I were to give a tip, I would ask people to write down the war in a journal prompt. The war inside my brain is dot dot dot, and really dissect what is the voice telling you that is negative. So that way you can address it head on, and it's probably and then that's why the planning can help absorb from that. So I just started working my voice and saying, okay, I want to post every day, doing that and doing the plan. So I hope that answers the question there. And then also, it's so weird that you weird. Okay, sorry, I'm on coffee. Um, it's so weird that you have that book because one of my favorite books of all time is Stephen Pressfield, and it's called The War of Art. So here you bring to the table this morning the art of war, which, you know, I am unstoppable warrior, so I'm all about that, right? But one of my favorite books is The War of Art. And I was like, what? Stephen Pressfield was on Oprah Winfrey. Uh, Probably I listened to it 4 or 5 years ago. And Carlos, it helped me step into the love and the passion and the integration of my strengths today. He actually, have you heard of the movie Legend of Bagger Vance?
No.
Okay. So that was with Will Smith in it and Matt Damon years ago. And The Legend of Bagger Vance is based on a true story of an African American caddy, but in post World War II era. So it was very, very interesting dynamic. and the relationship between the two men and so forth. So it's a great movie. But I share that because he had written the book on Legend of Bagger Vance. It took him 30 years for him to get that to a movie, but he held on in endurance to his dream on that. And he said that is the war of that goes on in your art, is that we give up before. So he had the vision and the plan and writing that story, and he executed it out, but he held on to that passion. And I think that just really inspires me. I'm actually going to go back and pull that book back out. And so I'm going to buy the one that you're recommending, and I'm going to pull my Stephen Pressfield book out. And because I believe it's the creativity between our strengths of, you're very creative. We have two different types of creativity, but it's about unlocking the creativity within the plan. And let me know your thoughts on that.
And that is where I wanted to go. That a lot of times we think we are weird and we are so different than the other people that we see doing something. And if I have learned across the year is that each one of us may have a different talent, but we're gonna connect with different audiences. For example, like I can't stand painting. My dad, if you go to my house and you see the art that is there, you will not think that it was done by my dad, because my dad doesn't look like that artist type. But even before I was born, I think that was when he did those paintings. He has across the house, I think it's like 6 or 7 paintings. And he was expressing his creative art. And then he stopped and he started doing something else. But the deal with that, whether I bring that story, is that each one of us will have some type of weirdness, that what people will call weirdness. And I want to switch it into being our creativity, because that's what's going to make the difference for each one of us on our business, on our relationships, on when we work with someone else. An example, I started doing video presentations before live streaming was a thing, because cameras have existed for a long time. I remember having a camera probably being on the stage probably over 20 years ago.
Wow. And I thought I was cutting edge like 14 years ago.
The little Logitech, there was a little Logitech ball camera.
Yes, I had that.
So I used to have one of those things. And I think that was called ICQ, one of the chat platforms.
Wow.
And I remember doing video presentations through that. Why? Because that was something in me that I wanted to express in a different way. And when I started doing it in the different businesses that I work for, they were like, I can never do that. And I'm like, okay, wait, let me get this straight. You can go into a conference room and you can talk in front of the people that are in front of you, but the rest of the team that is remote can't see your expressions, can't see your face, so you cannot connect with it. And we can get a camera and you can talk to them and you don't think that you could do that. And I started helping people overcome that fear. And I share that because each one of us will have that weird factor, that creative factor that will make you different in your field.
Yes.
And
some people might say, I don't know what my weirdness is. They don't even know. They just feel like different. Is that okay to say that?
And that goes directly into page 53. What are the qualities and values that you stand for? An example, like your book,
Yes.
great. Yeah, I'm going through that.
Well, I'm not going to interrupt.
So, uh,
That's weird, though.
so
That's weird. Good. Okay.
each one of us will have different qualities
Yeah.
that we can express.
Yes.
And when we express them, then that become part of how do we serve to another customer. To
Yeah.
give you an example, like yesterday I was visiting a customer of mine, and they had a major network issue, like complete meltdown. Um, and the previous person that supported them did not want to help. Point blank, uh, they have been having problems with for the longest time, and so their internet connection had a problem, and they came to switch it, and we were like, okay, so we were not planning on doing that. It's okay, let's try to find what it is. And I said, hey, don't worry, I will take care of it. That is one of my weaknesses. I'm like, I'm not gonna let anything stop, because the idea is that they can be up, they can have what they need, they can do their job, they can communicate their message,
Yes.
whatever it is, to their public. So initially we were having major issues, and I said, okay, let me think about this, give me a couple of minutes. And all of a sudden I needed to take one piece of equipment out of the picture, and we brought everything back online. And I share that story because that is one of my qualities, that when I see something, I visualize it, and I say, okay, you're seeing a problem, give me the problem, don't worry about it, go and focus on your piece, let me take care ownership of that,
Yeah.
and I will help you, because that is my side. I could help it, and it doesn't have to be a tech. Okay, let me decouple. I don't know if you remember the movie Minority Report with
Tom Cruise.
yes, when he goes like this and he open and he like visualize each thing and he start like moving things
Yeah.
like that. Okay,
Yeah.
so in my brain I do that. I literally I take a problem and I like explode it. Actually, Tony Stark does the same thing on Iron Man.
I
He
told
goes
you.
in and he start moving things around. So I take a problem and I saw it. I was okay. So we're connecting from the internet from here to there, and they cannot get there, and this one can. Oh wait, this thing in here is a problem. Okay, I hope that I could have like Jarvis. Hey Jarvis, open it. I'm like, no, it cannot do that. So I'm like, okay, okay, that's my problem. Let me go and tackle that. And literally in under 10 minutes, we were back online.
So you
In
know what's weird? Here's what's weird is that and we've never really had this conversation, so it's just awesome. Okay, because I think sometimes we forget like the value of. It's not that we forget the value, but we don't realize the powerful value of partnering.
Mhm.
Because as my partner, you do that in the tech world, like looking at the systems and the network and how everything flows. Where I've been a strategic planner, like I did roadmaps and I could, and I still do, can assimilate the how to get the message out. Like lead generation is like I can storyboard the script, the dialogue, the hooks, uh, coach the person right before they get on the video, coach them on stage with their props, see the story within them that they don't even see, right? So I've always thought, wow, am I just like weird in the way that I can go right into their heart and go, that's their story, and then pull it out into different mediums. But here's the thing in partnering, and I think we have to embrace that weirdness and be comfortable with that, is who is around us that we know, like, and extremely trust that we can partner with so that way we're on the same wavelength, right? As far as like this is the major problem that we solve, and then partner up instead of getting off track and going down the rabbit hole. So wanted to go down the rabbit hole the other day, Carlos, like, okay, I need to learn this technology here and how to edit, edit this video, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I don't. I need to, I mean, not that I'm not an element of learning, but why don't I stay and create a worksheet on how to write your own TV script and pitches so that way when you go to promote your book or your art or whatever it is, right? Or your business. So I think the weirdness of who we are, and then also aligning with people who are in the same, they realize their strengths too. I think their strengths in that community, don't you think?
So the strength is the key. And that's why people will associate with you. And a lot of times, because of schooling, we have learned to focus on the weakness. Well, I'm not good in math. I need to make more homework. And I'm not talking about not practicing. Practicing help you master a topic.
Yes.
But if I am not strong in one area, even if I put all my energy, if I don't have a passion for it, I will not develop it.
Bingo.
And that's what a lot of people forget. And they focus only on, oh, wait, like you just said, I need to learn to edit a video. Well, do you really need to edit a video? Let's talk about this. We are going in this unscripted. Guys, you're watching this, and literally, Trisha and I said, we're recording tomorrow. We're going live tomorrow at 7:30. We join in at 7:20. We said, here's the topic for the day. Ready? Hit live. Why? Because our passion is what we want to transmit. We have other programs that we have taken the time to go through the process of having a curriculum or having different things. But I share that because a lot of times we need to plan, but you need to partner with the right people or look who you need in your network. Ford said, I have a roll of buttons that I could just press and bring all the specialized knowledge that I can get, and I don't need it. I can get someone for that. So I think that part of that, I am weird, so are you, is that you have to embrace your weirdness. What is that you are really good at? That, like, if you paint, like Russell Brunson started his company doing potato guns.
Get out.
Potato guns.
Potato guns?
Yeah, shooting potatoes out of a PVC tube. And the dude did thousands of dollars. That's how he started. And now he's a I think, millionaire owner of ClickFunnels, the largest company for doing everything. Potato guns. Like, I'm not talking about anything. Potato guns. Why? He embraced his weirdness. Hey, there's a market for everything, but that's the key.
I'm happy and weird today. I'm happy and weird today. Okay, I just had to do that. Okay, I just had to, because right before we got on, I told Kurt, I go, it's so easy to get on when it's something that I'm passionate about and I can do in my sleep, right? Okay, I get so excited. Okay, like, here's my rooster, right? Okay. But here's the thing. You might look like the average Joe first, who might not be my target audience, would be like, what is Trisha doing? Painting roosters? Hi, little rooster. Okay. But I'm generating income, helping people paint their door hangers for seasonal stuff and learning. And a lady messaged me yesterday and was like, when are you going to teach the landscape alcohol ink class? They're like, Can you please put that up so I can pay for it? I told Kurt, I go, like, this is my dream. I feel like I'm living in a bubble, but I'm generating the business through digital and technology, but I'm having real friendships and relationships and growing joy. So the question I think I want to ask y'all who are listening is, what do you just like get crazy, like crazy sick, like passionate about? Do you walk around Lowe's and go, I want to learn some wood stuff? Like, oh, by the way, my husband, he just bought a scroll saw, right? That can make color. He is high level in project management, and he's brilliant on Excel and all of that. I am so happy and grateful that possibly being married to me, I've inspired him to step into like a creativity that is not work related to get him away from the computer. But he has been doing wood crafting on the side, like on Saturdays and stuff with me. That's awesome because that helps reduce his stress and all that. But that's my target audience. I want to work with people who want to unlock their creativity through art. And you know what? But I just love doing it every day. And that's what we want to inspire. I had first told myself, oh, just I have to go back to that. What was between my ears was telling me that, oh, you know, that's just a side gig or whatever. Carlos, I have 6,000 square feet where we can teach marketing strategies and team building workshops, incorporating the business planning, but have them do an art project to unlock how to plan. It's just awesome.
Is
So
that
we get to embrace our uniqueness. Anyway.
when you take what you love and you merge it with how to help others, that's when you take your weirdness and make it your superpower.
Yeah, that's where the
So you can connect.
superpower happens, baby.
Yep. So my friends, it's Friday, like we said, or it could be Monday for you. It could be Wednesday. I don't know when you're watching this. Well, the first thing that I want to ask you is, one, share this video. Number two, we want to invite you to be part of our community so you can also connect with us, so you can be part of it. Our Facebook group is called Digital Marketing Secrets Revealed.
And I can't, yes, join the group. I'm sorry I interrupted you because I'm too excited. Carlos, I really think that we need to start telling them about our little get together next month.
Really? Do we want to let it out?
Yeah, I think we have to because when my phone rang last night, I told her, hey, here's the mastermind. Now, she's actually going to be filming on the TV show.
Okay.
But I had 3 people reach out last night and say, give me the scoop on, the session, the mastermind for the 2 days. And I said, we're going to be blending the digital marketing strategies, how to get your voice out and how to get your message out. And then we're going to combine it with going the distance, having the endurance, being the unstoppable. So while you're working it, you stay passionate and plugged in for going the distance so you can get that business or life breakthrough that you want out of the efforts that you're doing through digital marketing. So yes, can you tell the group when
let's do this.
Okay.
Monday, we will open that top, however you want to call it. But here's what we're working on. We know that you can connect and watch, you can take notes, but we know for a fact that when you are together on a community of like-minded people, I'm not saying similar, I'm saying like-minded, you learn from each other. And that's what the term mastermind comes from. So we have been working on something. It's gonna be on which area?
It's
What city?
We're gonna be in Atlanta.
Cities? Okay, nothing else. Let's keep it. So we're gonna be in Atlanta, and we're going to invite you so you can be with us. The space is limited because we want to work hands-on. So we're gonna mastermind, And you're gonna get out of there with a plan to attack. And we're gonna show you what to do for your business, your church, your organization. And we're gonna compress all the years of experience that we have so you don't have to go step by step and learn from the mistakes, but that you can learn from the success that we have had.
Yeah, and I hope I know I haven't run this by you, but the folks that have been talking with me, one thing that they're excited about is they'll go like to a business conference and it's great and it's in the secular world. So whether we have a breakout after in the evening or whatever, they're craving to be able to pray together and listen to worship music and just unlock that part so they can fill their faith bucket and
Yep.
fill that resilience bucket. So there's such a need for that, I think, because I think as business owners, like I'm coaching someone right now, and he knows it's a part of my DNA how strong my faith is, and I was able to share with him my testimony yesterday. But he had texted me, and his faith is not. I don't know his faith, right? He hasn't shared that with me, but he's comfortable with me, and he's coming to Atlanta to take our photos. So I just want to throw that out there if you're comfortable with that, because what we want to do is just be able to all be ourselves in our authentic place and grow and collaborate. And I think running ideas off of each other and doing breakouts. So you would bring your notebook and your computer, but I'll shut up on the rest. I can't wait. I can't wait for us to be all together.
Yep.
And I think we've got it reasonable. So it's not, something overly
Yep.
difficult to be a part of.
So my friends, Friday, go and have an awesome day, but take the time to plan your weekend so you can be awesome, keep moving your business forward, and stay tuned because Monday we're gonna release what you can be part of. My friends, has been awesome having you today. Share with us, be part of our group, and we'll see you Monday.
Awesome. See ya.
See you.
Bye.